Welcome back, YouTube. Today we're going to be swapping out my quad lock perch mount for the SP Connect Clutch Mount Pro. I'm going to get into why I'm swapping it out, why now, and we'll see what it looks like. So let's get into it. Back on the road. All right, there is a couple reasons why I'm going to swap this out. First off, I have Davidson Supply perch clamps, which is really cool to have. The quad lock blocks it. I think it's a really solid mount. I think it might be a little too much. When you got the dampener on there as well, it's a little, I don't know, it looks a little cheap. It looks a little bulky. SP Connect mount, it only uses one bolt. I think I'll still be able to see the thrashing. And I'll swap it out and I'll show you why. Why you can only use this in a certain orientation. But go ahead and pop on the case. All right. That popped on pretty easily. Sometimes it's a little harder, but it blocks my mirror. Probably blocks about that much of my mirror when I'm riding, which I'm not a big fan of. So what I would like is for this to be over here. If it was over here, I probably wouldn't even be swapping out right now, but I can't do that because you can only have this in this L orientation. So you can take this L, you can have it down and to the right, but I want it more up. I want it more in my line of sight. Or I could have it over here, up and to the left, so like exactly like this orientation. But I don't have, without my radio here, my USB in this compartment doesn't work anymore, and I would rather it be on my clutch side. So let's swap it out and see what it looks like. Bring you out the sunlight. Cloud light. Now you need a 10mm pull off the quad lock stuff. Now the bolts that come with the quad lock stuff, I've changed my bar setup since I put this on, and the bolts, like the black bolts that it supplies with it, have like kind of lost their coating, so they kind of look like shit now, and I don't know how to prevent that, so I'm not super happy with that. So let me grab one of my bolts to put in the bottom of this real quick. Davidson Supply sends ARP hardware with their stuff, so it was kind of disappointing to get rid of ARP bolts to go with some poorly powder coated black bolts. It would be nice to be able to see the ARP hardware on the bottom of this. Go with one of my spacers. Put the Davidson Supply ARP in there. This also is one of the spacers that you need for this, and the coating has come off of that too. So yeah. So inside of the quad lock stuff, the bolts have rubbed the coating off. Where it is aluminum, it's still kind of annoying to have rubbed the coating off. Say you move this down, like now it's silver underneath of it. So I just don't think it was thought through very well. We'll see how the SP Connect stuff goes in. Now the SP Connect stuff comes with two different size of Allen head bolts. I think these will wear less. I think the fact that they're silver will match the silver on black of the Davidson setup. So the way it comes in the packaging is like this. The spacer is built in. So we'll use the Allen key they provided. Tighten this up. And now that I got this almost tightened up, I can move it around a little bit. I think my goal is to, I think I'm just gonna completely flip this around because I want it kind of at an angle over here. I think, I don't read the instructions, but pretty sure I'll be able to remove this and just flip it up like this to be able to get me at the angle I want. So I could go up probably at a decent angle there. You might even be able to completely get rid of that. But I'm gonna go ahead. I mean, I could do directly in. That can be cool. Maybe we'll start with that. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and throw on the anti-vibration dampener. All right, so we're gonna remove the Allen in the middle. We're gonna leave this piece. I'm gonna leave that on there. And you'll take your anti-vibration module, line it up, pop it in. And then they provide some bolts for it. There we go. Get that locked in. Looks pretty straight. So in comparison to the quad lock system, this looks pretty sleek. Maybe I want to bring it back over. Maybe I want to drop it down a little bit, but at least I only have to loosen one bolt to move it around a little bit. I hate the way phone mounts look on anything anyway, but it is what it is when you want to travel. I hated it on the bars. I never could find the right angle when I had the quad lock mount on the bars, so I went with the perch mount, even though I had the Thrash and Supply perches. So we'll give this a shot. I ended up finding out that you could just completely take off this section of it that kind of kicked it out, and you can run the vibration dampener just straight on that. So that's less moving parts, and I'm here for that. So I went ahead and just put the vibration dampener on here, running just straight off. And let me get my phone case on there. So that makes it, my phone is away from my controls. I still have full access to all of these, my brights and whatnot. It does not block this mirror, which is good. It's in line with all of my gauges, which is also good. So all in all, I think this spot will work. But just to recap, the quad lock mount, so you could only run it up and over on this side, which ends up blocking your mirror. Now you can run it down and to the right on this side, but I didn't like how low it put it. I wanted my phone to be a little bit higher up. And you can run it up and to the left on the right side, but because I don't have my USB in here anymore, that was kind of pointless. I didn't want to run the power cable all the way over. So I wanted everything to be on the same side as my outlet. You can run it up and down over on this side, but I don't think that will work for me. When I don't have my phone on here, you can still see the Thrash and Supply stuff a little bit. It still blocks it, but at least I'm running one more ARP hardware, which I paid for. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Tell me down in the comments which one you like more. I think it's a pretty mixed bag when it comes to what people like more. Bam, look at that, beautiful. Yeah, so if you like this, like, subscribe. I'll hopefully be using my phone on my bars a little bit more than I have in the past, so you can kind of see this in action as I'm scooting down the road. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.